The call came while I was making coffee. This is Disney Security. Sir, your son is here at Lost and Found. A pause. Is everything okay? I asked. The guard hesitated. He says his family left without him. My grip tightened on the phone. Then his voice, small, shaking, but clear. Dad, they went home. Without me. I froze. I could hear the background noise of laughter, music, and rides. All of it clashed with his words. They didn't notice, he whispered. They just left. I called my ex-wife immediately. She answered on the second ring. Oh, really? Didn't notice? She laughed like it was a joke. Her new husband's voice chimed in from somewhere near the receiver. Good kids never get lost, he said, chuckling. I didn't respond. I didn't threaten. I didn't raise my voice. Because I already knew. This wasn't going to end with a phone call. After the divorce, I had been careful. Custody schedules, pickup locations, every legal safeguard possible. But there were cracks, moments where I could feel her resentment toward me bleeding into the way she treated him. Subtle digs about me when she thought he couldn't hear. Missed calls when he was sick. Deliberate delays in bringing him back. But leaving him behind, 6 years old, in the middle of the most crowded place on earth? That wasn't carelessness. That was intent. I pictured the scene. The family group walking out, my son trailing behind, his little voice lost in the noise, and her not turning back. Her parents were there too. They'd always hated me. They would have smiled as they kept walking. And the new husband? The man she'd been seeing before the ink was dry? The man who thought fatherhood was a punchline. I pressed my hand against the counter, steadying myself. Not because I was about to lose control, but because I needed to keep it. If they wanted to show me they didn't care about my son's safety, I would show them what it felt like to lose control over something they valued. I drove to Orlando that afternoon, picked him up myself. He ran into my arms without hesitation. Did you try to call them? I asked as we walked to the car. Yeah, he said. They didn't answer. His voice didn't crack, but his eyes told me everything. That night, after he was asleep, I started collecting. Not just what happened at Disney, but everything. I requested security footage from the park, found the moment they walked out without him. I saved the timestamp, the camera angle, the fact that she looked over her shoulder once, saw him lagging behind, and still kept walking. I pulled his medical records, found the 2 times she'd delayed treatment because she couldn't get hold of me. I went through text logs, emails, social media posts, screenshots of her boasting about adult time while he was supposed to be in her care. Every piece was a thread. I was building a rope. I didn't tell her I knew. I didn't tell the court yet. I wanted it all airtight. No emotional outbursts, no weak points for her to twist against me. This wasn't about anger anymore. It was about precision. 2 weeks later, my lawyer and I sat across from her and her attorney. Custody review. Routine, she thought. I slid the folder across the table. Inside, photos, time-stamped videos, records, and transcripts. The Disney footage was on top. She glanced at it, smirk fading as she recognized herself on the screen. Walking away, laughing with her husband. My son's small figure stopping, calling out, before being swallowed by the crowd. Her lawyer leaned in, whispering. She didn't blink. She kept staring at the paper like it might rearrange itself if she waited long enough. You think this proves something? She said finally. It proves everything, I replied. My voice was flat, measured. Her husband wasn't in the room, but I imagined his laugh dying in his throat when she told him what she'd just seen. The judge didn't need much convincing. Primary custody transferred to me on the spot, with restricted visitation for her, supervised only. When the ruling came, she turned to me in the hallway. Her eyes were red, but there was no apology, only panic. You set me up, she said. No, I said. You set yourself up. I just made sure everyone saw it. She opened her mouth, then closed it again. I walked past her without looking back. The click of my shoes against the courthouse floor was louder than her breathing. She had thought losing me was victory. Now, she had lost him. And she knew exactly why. That night, my son slept in his own bed. His room smelled faintly of laundry detergent and Lego plastic. He was safe. I sat in the doorway for a while, watching his chest rise and fall. I didn't feel relief, not joy, just a quiet certainty. She could laugh all she wanted. Her husband could joke about good kids. But now, they were jokes told in a smaller house, on shorter weekends, to an audience that no longer included my son. Some people think revenge is about hurting the other person. It isn't. It's about removing their power. When I turned off the light, I didn't think about her at all. I thought about the call from Disney, about the tremor in my son's voice, about how it would never happen again. Because now I held the rope, and I wasn't letting go.